the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals. Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe...
And he's running in the open. The 20. Touchdown, LSU. What a catch and run for 6. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll give it to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Looking to throw, it's Gentry. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll bring it back. It's Simmons. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. He's going to throw deep right side. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Gator!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Fox. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. At LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, LSU! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
That's caught. It's Abrams. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you can do.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Back to throw, it's Gentry. Takes a hit as he fires. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
The offense gets pretty lucky there. 3rd down in your own end. You're throwing to try to get the first. That ball just a little bit late, and as a result, they're lucky that wasn't a pick 6.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Simmons. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. From the shotgun, the inside give. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 14, Florida 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll run the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Floating away. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the first down.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Quarterback keeps it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Loss of 4. Brings up second down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Fox. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires to the tight end. Good, solid tackle.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
What a nice job on the ground, working his way ahead for 7 yards and leaving them with 4th and short. They're about 2 yards away. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Using his feet to buy time. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Pittsburgh came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
It's complete. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now through this defense moving forward.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Fox. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback extends the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's going to fire deep. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Here's the handoff. Across the 25, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Hines is tight end. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you can run an RPO.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Fox. It's complete. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Just 9 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if they try to get another one. Going up top on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
On the run, still looking. They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Tigers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage. Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there. He knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. On the option. Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Running with power. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Just about set to kick it away.
LSU 35, Florida 28.
Coming out with it, it's Simmons. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Gators! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisville is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Toledo. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking downfield, it's Fox. Makes the grab on the left. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Moving away from pressure. Fires downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Got it, looking for the first down. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day in the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold's really strong, put up some good numbers.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Spalding. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. To the air, it's Gentry. Getting some heat. He's got it. Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
The kickoff team on the field, he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He unleashes a long one. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At the 26.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Scrambling away. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Makes the grab. It's Little. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I don't know what you want to do. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. He's just got such elusiveness. You see him, he's getting outside the pocket, he's making you miss, and then all of a sudden he's throwing completions. I got no answers for him.
To the air, it's Fox. He makes the connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes it. Complete to the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gators! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. 42 Spider. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds a man on the left. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wants to throw. It's Fox. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding there.
Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. Go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Gentry. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 1st down from the 40. Looking for a crease. It's Baldwin. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. The give. Finds a crease at the 20. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
56, LSU, 42.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Trying to get to it. The short hands. It's Watkins. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He's going to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the misfire, now on second down. Dropping back, it's Fox. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Grabbed behind the line. It's Little. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They are shaking the rafters of this place, trying to help their defenses. They've got them pinned deep. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team.